I'm Anastasia, and this is something that helped me. I know every story is different, but I hope that in this you can find something to help you as well. Best of luck.
We were so exhausted after the diagnosis and all of the testing that Ben had leading up to surgery that for most of the time spent waiting, I honestly just held on to my husband's hand and tried to sleep. They had given us these earplugs, and actually, I think they gave us an eye masky thing. They did an eye mask, and earplugs, and a toothbrush. That was kind. They gave us these things, and so honestly, a lot of the time I just was trying to get a little bit of sleep. I was so exhausted. And it is really amazing the comfort that comes from having somebody that you trust and love at your side. Now, with hospital rules and regulations, I know sometimes it's not possible to have that support person with you. I had this happen a lot of times more recently than diagnosis when there were surgeries and I had to wait in my car for hours and hours while surgery was going on because the hospital had to have such tight regulations and tight guidelines. This was hard for me. But the truth is, even when it's impossible to be together physically, we can still draw strength from our loved ones. It helps to think through who is a person that you wish could be with you. And I would encourage you to do this in your journal. Why would you like them here with you? What would they say if they were here? What would you say to them if they were here? Would they hold your hand or give you a hug? Just take a minute and imagine it. Let yourself feel that love and comfort that you know your loved one would share if they were able to be with you. I've spent a lot of hours alone in waiting rooms, and often these thoughts of loved ones strengthen me. Also, I find that taking time to write a quick note or a text to my loved ones really is a great way to pass the time. Some ideas for a quick note are, my favorite thing about you is, my favorite memory with you is, I'm so thankful that you, I look forward to seeing you again so we can. A lot of times when I was stuck in hospital waiting rooms, not all of my relatives knew what was going on. I didn't always want to share because when you're waiting for news and you're uncertain of the results or what's happening, a lot of times those moments feel private and you don't feel like you want to share with the entire world. These kind of answers or these kind of questions, these kind of notes were kind of perfect because I would sit and just send a text, like let's just say to my brother, my favorite memory with you is this. Remember the time we did this? Wasn't that so much fun? He didn't need to know I was in the hospital freaking out. We would just start a little text conversation about that memory, and it was a wonderful distraction. I look forward to seeing you again so we can. Another wonderful way to just have an uplifting conversation with somebody and distract yourself from the situation that's actually at hand. So I hope that you'll try this. Reach out to somebody. I actually hope that you don't find yourself all the way alone in a hospital situation, but I know for me, it's happened, a million times it feels like over and over and over. It's just the world that we're living in now. And so if you do find yourself alone while you're waiting and it's an incredibly scary time, I do encourage you to take the moment to really think about that person that you love. Imagine them, relive some of the good memories, imagine what they would say to you if they were with you, and take the time to put into this exercise so that you can feel that love. Because the truth is, if they could be there with you, they would be there with you, in the perfect world where we could all do all the things that we wanted to do. It's just sad that we don't always live in this perfect world. And so sometimes it helps to imagine it. I hope it helps you.
It used to really bother me. Every single person would say, I don't know how you do it. And for me, I realized the answer is 1 day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. People would say, I could never do that. Yes, yes, you could, and you will. The journey is long and bumpy, but keep taking those tiny steps, and you can do this. I promise. Whatever is standing in front of you today, you can get through it.